Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids, across our beloved empire, this is Arnold Holonet News, the only news you'll ever need, because you have no other choice. And in this breaking news segment, we got a lot of interesting updates coming along for Star Wars Galaxies. Now you might be asking yourself, with the Executor coming around the corner, how are you going to farm more Razor Crest shards outside of Conquest? And today we got our first step in the Conquest release scheduling. The Razor Crest is coming outside the Conquest toy box. How can you get a hold of it? And on top of that, all you fine citizens across our beloved empire, we also got the release date for the Executor, and they officially put it in words on the forum. The exact stars needed to unlock the Executor, which will be an unlock capital ship at 4 stars. And one more thing, you guys may have been worried about the Lord Vader requirements. Will Kiadi Mundi be required for Lord Vader? And I think we got our confirmation today that Kiadi Mundi will indeed not be required. The community manager Crumb going around teasing and trying to maybe ease some nerves out there. So needless to say, if you're excited for today's news, hit that like button, drop me a yeet, and let's go ahead and break down this news. Everybody, Gary, bring them on over and let's show them what we have in store for today. So here we go. The latest forum post coming fresh off the SWH Express right here, coming from our community manager, one of two, CG Dojafet. Hi, Holotable Heroes. The commissioning of the Executor on the Holotables has been deemed worthy of celebration by the Empire. I mean, it didn't come across my desk for approval, so this might be fake news. I'm just making sure you guys get the facts here. But nonetheless, I think it is definitely worthy of celebration, although that's kind of a steep entry ticket to try to get into this party here. Thus, the Galactic Chase is on for the Razor Crest. There you have it. People have been wondering, how are we going to get more Razor Crest shards? It's coming through a Galactic Chase. And hold on to that thought. I'll explain what a Galactic Chase is if you're someone a little bit newer to the game. And it'll be added to all fleet battle nodes as bonus drops for a limited time. And during this event, the ship's drop rate on each node has been scaled to ship energy and will be rewarding bonus drops from August 5th, 2021 to August 10th, 2021. So basically, you got a 1 day's notice. You should have been hoarding your ship energy yesterday. Oh, how unfortunate, only getting a 1 day's notice. Oh man, wish we told you guys in that Road Ahead blog post. But anyways, not a lot of people probably sitting on hoarded energy. If you are, you're in luck, because this is going to be a big ticket item for this Executor. And let me quickly explain before I forget about it. What is a Galactic Chase event? We've had a Galactic Chase events kind of sparingly in the past here, but basically the developers will be like, all right, when you're farming your normal stuff, your character shards, your gear on either Cantina table, the normal energy, or in this case, ship energy, we're going to give you bonus drops of some unit that's going on right now in a special event. So basically, if you're someone that needs to get those Razor Crest shards, you didn't get a lot from Conquest, or maybe you're just a few away from 7 stars and you can't wait for the next Conquest to come around. We don't even know if the Razor Crest is still going to be accessible in Conquest, because as we know, the cadence of the Conquest toys is the new unit comes, which was the Razor Crest, the first one to Conquest as an exclusive unit, and then something new comes around the corner, Commander Tano, which stole the show. The Razor Crest then got a little bit easier in Conquest to obtain, and then there's this next step, and I'm guessing this next step is going to be a Galactic Chase, and we're still waiting on what's the next step after Galactic Chases. But anyways, let's do a quick demonstration here. So hopefully you got some energy hoarded up in the pocket here, and it's pretty straightforward. You don't got to do much except hope you have a lot of energy hoarded up here. Let's say, for example, I am farming out, and let's say I'm farming some of these bad boys right here. As I'm spending my energy, hopefully getting gear. Of course, didn't get the gear I was looking for in there. You're going to get an X amount of shards for the Razor Crest here. So not much to do except when the clock hits, you'll see a nice little indicator on the right-hand side of your main menu saying that, hey, there's a special drop going on. That's when you want to make sure you're on that fleet table and getting as many Razor Crest shards as possible. Because we already talked this a couple days ago, but the developers finally put it into words and not in a stream format. Let's bring you on over here. So the Executor is coming on August 16th, 2021, a Journey Guide Fleet Mastery event. And how long is it going to run for? 1 day! That's, you guys get a 1 day. I mean, it's basically exactly like the Radis, like the Finalizer. except that it's a lot more difficult to obtain. Even the developers themselves saying this event is going to be very, or at least more difficult than previous master events that we've had in the past. It's only going to be a one-day thing, and it returns approximately once per month. So although it's got a fancier title, Journey Guide Fleet Mastery, instead of Advanced Fleet Mastery, I'm guessing when it says Journey Guide, that means basically it's Galactic Legends requirements with these crazy high relics. Because the good thing about the Radis, as well as the Finalizer, is you didn't need highly geared characters to pull it off. Well, here, the developers are kind of, with their more recent legendaries and big characters, they don't want people going into bare minimums, gear 9s, gear 10s. No, we can't have you doing that. So unfortunately, you got to run up these requirements right here. But if you're someone that can't wait the whole entire time to get this to 7 stars, well, you're in luck. If you're interested, they said, they have an Executor Pack, and it will also be available to those players who meet the requirements to enter the event, same as the current Advanced Fleet Mastery Pack. So if you're going free to play, it's going to take a couple months once you finally get the requirements. And I will say this, I'm not a huge fan of how they structure these Fleet Mastery events. I get fine. Maybe when they first come, give them a year of exclusivity, giving it a year of, you have to wait once a month. But I really wish, very much so like how our actual Journey characters of Luke, Gas, after a year, they're permanently available in the Journey Guide. It is a little frustrating having no changes to how you obtain these capital ships, even multiple years after they've been released. I mean, how long has it been since our last capital ship? Been like 2 years or something like that. And just from personal experience, I mean, I practically got the ships ready to go, but it takes a long time to farm up these capital ships, even years later, because of their infrequency showing up. So I have no idea if they have any plans to make capital ships easier to farm down the road multiple years after their initial release. But nonetheless, it's one day, repeated for one day. And if you want to spend a little bit of moolah, CG is giving you the opportunity to do so. And we talked about this a couple days ago. Crumb has a Twitch stream, and he kind of released some details on the Executor, but it's officially in a forum post situation. The Executor can be unlocked beginning at 4 stars and will require repeated completion of the bonus tier to upgrade the 7 stars. So pretty much smack dab like our finalizer that we showed a moment ago. We already talked about the requirements to get the Executor. We'll read them again one more time if this is the first time you're seeing it. Vader Relic 7, Piet Relic 8, Boba Fett Relic 8, geez, 2 Relic 8s for this capital ship here. Relic 5 TIE Fighter Pilot, Relic 5 Boss, Relic 5 IG-88, and a Relic 5 Dengar. And here's the important stuff right here. How many stars do you need on the ships to actually start playing around with the Executor? So here we go. During the Journey Guide Fleet Mastery event, the first tier will require 4-star ships to attempt and scale to 7 stars to attempt the final tier of the event. And given the power of the Executor, this event is designed to be more challenging than other Fleet Mastery events. And I don't know about you guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I miss the good old days of Galaxy of Heroes, where there weren't hard gear requirements on characters or hard relic requirement for characters. I always felt like part of the fun was trying to get the bare minimum gear and relic, the right amount of mods to get a character unlocked, the 7 stars, or even a capital ship like the Finalizer, as well as the Radis. You could get away with some lower gear things out there as long as you had some key ships geared up all the way. It kind of feels like we're moving beyond those days if we haven't gotten the memo for the past couple of months. But anyways, just to initiate your process on getting the Executor, you're going to need a 5-star Razor Crest, 4-star Slave 1, 4-star IG 2000, 4-star Houndstooth, 4-star TIE Advance, TIE Bomber at 4 stars, and Imperial TIE Fighter at 4 stars. But again, you're going to need 7-star ships to actually attempt the final tier of the event, which has pretty much the grand majority of all the blueprints you need to get all the way up to 7 stars. So that's your news in regards to the Executor Razor Crest. Start hoarding up your energy if you haven't done so already. And I'm going to give you one more pro tip right here, right now. Something that we haven't really been putting a lot of effort and thinking about because we haven't gotten a lot of ships in this game, frankly. But here's your PSA right now. If you're someone planning on getting the Executor, you are going to want to make sure that you have as many prestige match hoarded, and also making sure you have as much fleet currency hoarded up as possible, because you might be using this, for example, on buying mods, which would have been perfectly fine because ships aren't really, not much action is happening. But prestige mats, it's hard to come across a lot of those, and I highly recommend you ensure that you hoard up as many as possible through the Squad Arena store. If you're not needing to pick up shard shop currency or farming a specific character, you're going to want to get as many prestige mats as possible because, I mean, here's just a little reminder how expensive it is to upgrade shipped ability. Let's just take a look at the negotiator. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 150 just for one ability right here. And keep in mind, there's multiple abilities on this, so you're easily looking at over 1,500. I believe last time I counted a couple months ago was like 1,900 some prestige mats. I might be a little bit off on the math there, but you get the point. It's going to be over 1,000 for sure. So it might be cool that you're getting the executive. If you're not able to give them the prestige mats to upgrade them, well, you're not really getting much out of that capital ship. So let's move on to the second part of our conversation right here. And that's Ki-Adi-Mundi. There's been a lot of concerns about whether or not Ki-Adi-Mundi will be required for Lord Vader. I mean, there's logic there, right? I mean, Wat Tambor was needed for Master Kenobi, and he's a territory battle exclusive character. So I could see the line of logic that they want to try to make things mirrored for Lord Vader and require another territory battle exclusive character. Well, again, it's not officially on the forums, but Crumb likes to go on various streams. He likes to do his own streams. He might be on the Discord server for the, what's it called? The SWH events. Discord server might be on Reddit. So although it's not in an official forum meme, he did announce on a stream, at least in a joking way, that it looks like Ki-Adi-Mundi will not be required. So drop me a yeet. Go ahead, give me an air horn. It looks like Crumb was joking around the chat here. So there was a little conversation going on between Amadeus WP looking forward to Shaman. And then we have SB Crumb in the chat saying, it could have been Cam if I didn't suggest Tuscan. So again, very much like how we already got the news about the Executor a couple days ago in regards to how you're going to unlock that capital, because Crumb announced it on Twitch, which technically isn't the official means of Galaxy Heroes communication. This isn't the official means of communicating, but nonetheless, when we see things like this, usually gets announced a couple days later on a forum post. So if you've been worried about Ki-Adi-Mundi, I'm thinking we could start easing up a little bit. It looks like Ki-Adi-Mundi will probably not be required for Lord Vader down the road. I think on that bombshell, that's gonna wrap it up for today, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids. Woo! It's great to be in the Empire today, if you ask me. Thank you guys so much for coming by the video. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Comment down below and all your beautiful thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And most importantly, always remember that it's great to be in the Empire today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you later on the holo tables. Gary, Larry, let's roll out that outro. Hit it!